Ever walk into a room, sit at the head of the table and think, what the hell am I doing here? You're not alone. That feeling is called imposter syndrome. And it's got a nasty little habit of making even the most capable leaders second guess themselves. You might think they're going to find out that, I got no idea what I'm doing. Let me tell you something. Every leader at some point in time has had these same thoughts. The difference, the best ones, they don't let it stop them. So, how do you lead with confidence when you feel like a fraud? You don't need to feel like a leader to be one. Leadership isn't about having all the answers. It's about stepping up, guiding the team, and figuring things out along the way. If you keep waiting for that magical moment when you feel ready, you're probably going to wait forever. So instead, act the part, because confidence follows actions, not the other way around. And trust me, I've been there. I remember the first time I had to run my meeting as a manager. My hands were sweaty. My voice was definitely shaky. Maybe my eyes were a little bit watery too. And I was convinced that everyone in the room could see right through me. But funny thing, no one cared, not a soul. They just wanted direction. And the more I acted like I belonged, the more I actually started to believe I belonged. Let's get one thing straight. You were put in this position for a reason. Maybe it's because your experience, your insight, your ability to solve problems, whatever it is, you bring value. So instead of obsessing over what you don't know, I want you to leverage what you do know and commit to learning the rest. That's what great leaders do. One of the biggest mistakes that new managers make is thinking they have to fake their way through everything. That is exhausting and unnecessary. The best leaders don't pretend to know it all. They surround themselves with smart people, and they aren't afraid to ask questions. Your job isn't to be the smartest person in the room. It's to make the smartest decisions with the room. And if you're thinking, yeah, okay, Mike, but how do I actually build the confidence? That's where the manager playbook comes in. I have it here. Hold on. This is the manager's playbook that I've just finished writing. This book is packed with real-world strategies to help managers navigate tough situations, build trust, and lead with authority. So if you want a practical roadmap to stronger leadership, check it out. It's one of those resources that I wish somebody handed this to me when I was into management. Here's the mistake a lot of newly promoted managers make. They wait to feel confident before they take action. But that's like waiting to get in shape before you go to the gym. Confidence doesn't just come from sitting around thinking about it. It comes from doing, from failing, learning, and then doing it again. So stop waiting. Start leading. The confidence will catch up. Think about it. How did you get good at anything? Whether it's learning to drive, playing a sport, or even handling tough conversations. You didn't wake up one day suddenly feeling like an expert. At least I've never done that. You got there by doing it over and over until it felt natural. Leadership's the same way. If one of your team members came to you doubting themselves, would you say, yeah, you're probably a fraud? Of course you wouldn't. You'd remind them of their strengths, their progress, and the value they bring. So why do you talk to yourself any differently? Change the way you speak to yourself, and your mindset will start to shift. A great trick, it may sound cheesy, but it's not. It works. Keep a leadership journal for wins. Every time you handle a tough situation, you get positive feedback, or you solve a problem, write it down. When doubt creeps in, and it will, look back at the list. It's proof. It's your proof that you're doing better than you think. Here's something that many managers do not realize. People don't follow leaders because they have all the answers. They follow leaders who are real, who admit when they don't know something, who ask for input. They involve their team in solutions, and they grow alongside their team. That's what builds trust. Trying to fake perfection, That's what makes you seem inauthentic. I once worked for a manager who refused to admit when they were wrong. If you asked him something he didn't know, he'd bullshit his way through it. The result? Not one person trusted his leadership. On the other hand, I had a manager who was upfront when she didn't know something, but she always found the answer. Guess which one had the respect of the team? No one has it all figured out. That boss who seems like they've got it all together, they've doubted themselves too. They've doubted themselves more than you probably can imagine. The difference is they didn't let self-doubt stop them. Neither should you. The one thing separating confident leaders from insecure ones is your mindset. You don't need permission to lead. You just need to step into it. Next time imposter syndrome creeps in, remind yourself, I'm here for a reason. I belong in this room, and I'm leading whether my doubts like it or not. That's how you become the best leader possible. And with that said, in the description, grab your leadership playbook. It is going to help you, I promise. And when you've done that, see you in the video.